Hello again, everyone. I wanted to show you another problem that I'm having with my aquaponics system. I'm having a pretty bad infestation of aphids. This is an eggplant and it's just got aphids all over it. There's a bunch of ants here that appear to be protecting them from any natural predators. Speaking of predators, this pepper plant over here had a pretty bad aphid problem, and you can see there's a little some type of a predator here that's been eating them really well. He's been eating all these aphids. You can see a lot of bodies laying around. But he's really kept this plant clean. There's still a few aphids on there, but he's done a really good job. But he's the only predator I have in here, and he's only on that pepper plant. There isn't one over on this eggplant. I'm worried if I try to move him over to here that these ants are going to kill him. So I'm going to have to come up with something else. You can't use any type of insecticide because that'll get into the water and kill the fish. So I'll have to do a little research and see what I can do, but yeah, this is a pretty bad infestation on this eggplant here. There's a few over on this pepper plant here as well, but the majority of them over here, and this is also where the ants are congregating, so I'll see what I can come up with. Hey everyone, I'm back. I found a recipe online for something called white oil, which is supposed to not be too bad for the fish. You still want to obviously try to keep it from going in the water, but it's not poisonous at all. Basically it works by suffocating the bugs rather than poisoning them. And basically what it is it's about I think 4 parts vegetable oil and 1 part dishwashing liquid. You just mix it up and it gets this kind of whitish looking concentrate, and then a couple spoons of that I've mixed in this spray bottle here. Is about 1 liter, and put the rest with water. Mix that up really good, and we'll see how this does. I'm gonna go ahead and try to spray these aphids and these ants on this eggplant here. Let's see how. Try and control where this goes. I don't want too much of it getting into the pond down there. So I have good coverage on these leaves. So yeah, nice and thick here. Keep it mixed as I go here. And what I read says I need to get the back of the leaves too. I can't do that while I'm holding the camera here though, so I'm going to turn the camera off and I'll finish this by getting the back of the leaves, but we'll see how this does. I can already tell that this is working on the ants. So we'll see if this has any effect on the aphids, and I'll post an update. It's been a few minutes since I applied the white oil. It definitely appears to have been effective. You can see all the ants have died. Up here, if I look at the aphids that are still on the leaf here, if I brush my finger on them, they just sort of roll and tumble down. They appear to be lifeless, most of them at least. I'll probably have to apply a couple more treatments. Not all of them appear to be dead, and I'm sure there's probably some eggs, but I would say, I had a pretty high kill rate. And I also applied it to this other pepper over here, and it also appears to have been effective on this one. I didn't apply it to this pepper because we have that predator there, and he's doing a good job of protecting this plant, so I'll just leave him alone. He can continue to eat the aphids on that plant over there. I've been watching the pond down here as well. There doesn't appear to be any residue on the surface of the water. The fish don't appear to be in distress. They're still eating. They still appear to be healthy. The Daphnia down in the tank here, see if I can get some visible here. There's some down in that corner. They appear to be moving around fine. They don't appear to be in distress either. The snails also appear to be fine. See if I can get any Daphnia visible. There's one there. And then the snail down here in the corner. So I don't think any negative effects have happened yet. Obviously, I'll have to watch this over the next few days and make sure it doesn't have any effect on the aquatic life down here. But so far, my impression is that white oil is probably a good way to control pests in an aquaponics system. If I find that there to be, any problems with it, I'll post an update and a follow-up video. But for now, this definitely appears to be a good way of controlling aphids and ants.